This is how to use the Mythras auto-calculating sheet. All right, first you're going to go to mythras.net. It'll take you to this page. You go to the sidebar here and click on Resources for Mythras. And we'll scroll down a bit. Fancy auto-calculating character sheet. We'll go there. All right, these are the instructions. 1. Make a copy of this Google Sheet. 2. Enter in your data into datasheet 3. Click on page 1 and 2, etc. for a nice sheet. Many cells have drop-downs to choose pre-made options. Errors are shown if something custom is entered, but can be safely ignored. Just understand, custom entries may not completely autofill. For a more in-depth how-to, click the link below. Excuse me. I do recommend clicking on this. It brings you to a document, 7 pages, explains it quite well. I'm going to go ahead and make a copy as it instructs. File, make a copy, call it whatever I like. Make a copy. Here we are. Now you see down here you have how to use, datasheet, page 1, page 2, page 3, and calculations. So we're going to start in datasheet. We're at the top. Here's where you're going to put character info. There's a drop down here for culture, character name, player name, age, race, homeland, all of this you type in or choose from a drop down menu. Then you have your characteristics that you've rolled or used point by for. Here's the racial average for humans. You'll input your characteristics here. If you're using point by, this lets you know that you have 75 points allowed. This tells you how many points you've spent, and this is how many are left. Of course, if you roll, you can use more than 75. And you've got your attributes. These are calculated off of your characteristics. Don't have to calculate them. HP per location, calculated for you. How nice is that? Character limits. You put your age here. So you'll put 20. Changes to adult. And the bonus points go down to 150. Go up to 28. It's middle-aged, and now you have 200 bonus points. And your bonus point limit goes up to 20. Very nice. We have our standard skills in this table and our professional skills in this table. Your base percentage already calculated for you based off of your characteristics. If you add points during the culture phase, you'll add them in this column, career phase, this column, and bonus point phase, this column. Other is for things like, I believe it's customs and native tongue that get a base 40 added onto them. So add that. And then any experience rolls you get, when you roll them, you can add them in other. And then here's the total in this column. Remember, you can put your combat style or any other custom skills here. Professional skills works the same way. You could put a custom skill or a combat style. You can add them here. Here's your combat styles repeated here so that you have them in one place. Of course, you can add extra here. Your passions are in this table. Got your base. You'll input this manually, other, and total. Magic skills works the same way. Base, culture, career, bonus, other, and total. You can add custom magic skills. Languages, same thing. This tells you how many points you spent during each stage or phase, as I called it earlier, whatever. So you've got 100 points for your culture, 100 for your career. This character has 200 for their bonus points. Typically, you have 150. This tells you how many you've spent, how many are left. Really helps with keeping track of that. So this is where all your inputs are. This is not the actual character sheet. This is. Looks much nicer. You can put all your details up top, player name, culture, handedness left or right, frame, height, weight, etc. Physical description, description of family, description of whatever. Add character portrait. You have to put a picture in the portrait. It's required. Your characteristics populate here. Your attributes populate here. Look here, you've got your initiative bonus, and then you've got a -5 from, presumably from an armor penalty. So if something happens that changes your characteristics or attributes, you can denote that in this other columns here. You've got your standard skills here. There's the names of the skills, if they're affected by encumbrance or not. The base percentage formula you can change. There's the base percentage. Check this if you fumbled on it. Check this. What is that? Let's check the legend. If the skill has been trained, and here's the target number. That's your base percentage on the left here, but here's the total percentage here. It's what you're rolling for. Watch this. Standard, change the difficulty to Herculean. Look at that. Calculates it for you. Very easy. Very nice. You don't have to calculate anything. Should not be doing any math when you play Mythras. Professional skills, same thing. You can add your skills here if they don't pop up. Again, add the base percentage formula. Magic skills, same thing. Languages, combat style, passions, same thing. Here's a space for anything extra skills. Here's maybe the coolest thing on this page, the augment calculator. If you augment a base skill by another skill, you get the new skill rating and the new crit range calculated for you. So nice. Very cool. You can keep track of your current and spent experience rolls here. Keep track of your money, your income. And now page 2. Weapons and equipment. You have the items here, the encumbrance calculated for you. Or actually, I believe you input these yourself. You've got pack 1, you've got pack 2, if you have a second pack. This uses a rule that I suppose is a popular homebrew, but it's based on the worn armor rule. It uses the same logic as it. It says the pack holds up to 20 encumbrance. When equipped, adds encumbrance following worn armor rules on page 77 of CRB, plus 1 encumbrance for the pack itself. So worn armor, the encumbrance is halved compared to if you're carrying your armor. And since a backpack or pack, whatever you call it, is worn, it logically makes sense that everything inside it, the encumbrance, is halved. Much easier to carry in a pack than in your hands. So anything there is halved. You have equipment encumbrance, calculated for you, armor encumbrance, total encumbrance, condition, calculated for you if you're burdened, fresh, fatigued, exhausted. Actually, that's not here. Let's see what that's about. And then your armor penalty to your initiative. Okay, you have your hit locations and hit points. You put, this is your max, so you put your current here, type that in there. You have your armor type for each location, the armor points and encumbrance of each piece. Choose your fatigue level and it will calculate your movement penalties based on that. Look at this, you're fresh. I change it to exhausted and look, does it for me. So helpful. Add your combat styles here. The weapons that go with it, the traits that go with it, if any. Combat style traits. Then you have weapons and shields, add them in, and it tells you the damage, size, reach, weapon traits, if any, combat effects, if any, armor points and hit points. Same thing for range weapons, add them in if you need to. It tells you damage, force. If you have the damage modifier or not. Load, impale, yes or no, the ranges, combat effects, if any, armor points and hit points. Cult information. Interestingly, there's only spot for 1 cult on here. I'm thinking realistically, most people are only in one organization, right? Or if they're in multiple, one of them is their primary one, right? Then again, if you're dealing with really capable people, that might not be true. Anyway, you can put all your information in there. Devotional pool, gauge, gifts, restrictions, benefits, rank, title. You can see for yourself. If you're in more than one, I suppose you could, well, you just put that on a blank page, I suppose, or somewhere on page 3 or something. You've got your abilities. This is where you can put the page numbers and a shorthand description of what they do. Contacts, allies, and enemies. Page 3 was added on. It's a page for things that you own, animals, slaves, houses, vehicles, whatever, that may not be on your person. So they're not adding encumbrance to you, they're not with you, but it's your property. And that's everything. Very nice. All right, thank you for watching.